Hello everyone, welcome to Raising Vibrations, and today we are doing chart of the day, and this is for the 28th and 29th of May 2016. So I hope everyone is well and you have successfully recovered from the full moon that took place in Sagittarius, and you are now in a place of openness, in a place of seeing the potential that is available for us right now as the moon starts to make its closing aspects until it makes its new moon progression in Gemini, which is going to be exciting, and it's going to kick off the change that I spoke about in that Taurus, or should I say Sagittarius full moon report. So today I've got a message for you regarding a shift in perspective. And I love this picture, to be honest, because when you really do actually stare at it for a while, it does actually make you a little bit sort of weary-eyed, because on one point of view, you're looking at it from the side, and then on the other side, you're looking at it directly in front of you. And it's a shift in perspective, really, today. And I think that what's significant about the current astrology at the moment is that most of us, if we are embodying the intuitive aspect or the nature of the energy at this stage, you'll see that your life is actually shifting in a very dramatic way. However, the drama itself, or the dramaticness that it is that I express, is happening in a very paradoxical sense as well, because it might not necessarily be as pronounced in your life, but it's still making change. I see a lot of people, people are always moving for that matter. So it's not like something significant, but people are, new people are changing into new directions. People are completely and utterly shifting their way of seeing things. People that didn't want to be together are now coming together. People are moving home, and lots of people's dreams and realizations are manifesting themselves, but they're having to shift their perspective in order to get that, which is, of course, what today is about. So the shift in perspective. So if we have a look at the chart at the moment, we can clearly see that we've got the sun at 7 degrees Gemini. We have the moon at 27 degrees Aquarius. And of course, the moon will be moving into Pisces by the time you watch this on the 28th or 29th. So this is an interesting dynamic. The moon will obviously be void of course within the next 12 hours. So watch out for that as well. Don't make any decisions within the next 12 hours in terms of, you'll actually feel the energy be very, very void of course. I mean, I was looking for a new mode of transport in my life during a void of course, and it was kind of interesting to notice how wild my consciousness was moving during that period of time. So I've had direct experience of that. It's actually kind of crazy. So why am I going on about this kind of change in perspective? Why is the graphic on the right-hand side so, again, dramatic in its explanation? And it is the truth, okay? Here's what's going on. You've got Saturn in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in the North Node there, okay? So you can see those massive squares. You've got Mars now moving into Scorpio, and Mars also retrograde as well, and that's squaring the moon. I mean, this is not going to be for a long period of time, but there will be a fracturing of some sort to initiate Mars into Scorpio for all of us, whatever that might be. And this will be happening, of course, today when you're watching this video. So you've got those two angles there that are making those squares. Then you have on the other side, you've got Jupiter and the North Node on that Virgo constellation. And it's also, of course, making those squares, Saturn there. And now the Sun and Venus are all making their approaching squares to Jupiter. So this is a big deal, because not only do we have squares here, we've got squares there, and we've got squares there as well. And then Venus and the Sun are naturally squaring Neptune, and of course the moon that will be moving into Pisces over the next day. So there's this huge, like, mutable cross that's manifesting itself, and mutability, as I've explained in the previous video, the full moon in Taurus, Sag, was mutability is exactly that. It is mutation. Okay, it is the natural form of something changing in that sense. the best way that you can actually observe mutability in real life is if you had to stare out into nature and observe the branches on a tree. You'll observe that they expand outwardly into different directions. Now, the energy before mutability is fixed energy, which is naturally what the trunk would represent. And in order for something to branch out, literally to expand, to open up, to grab more air, as it were, to have more strength, more pull, it would need to mutate outwards into different directions. And so we, as a collective consciousness, when embodying the symbolism that is manifesting here for us, we're opening ourselves up to new ways of seeing things, new ways of observing reality. And this is the natural squares that are taking place right now. There's a lot of tension regarding change. There's a lot of tension regarding movement, as it were, which is why the graphic on the right-hand side is so beautiful in illustrating what it is that I'm trying to present to you today in terms of the astrology. It's that shift in perspective that makes you look at things in a different way. And by looking at things in a different way, it gives you that now newer perspective or shift in way of seeing things that solves problems for you. Okay, let's take as an exercise for today's energy and for tomorrow's energy. Reflect on anything that you feel in your life that you are struggling with. Okay, reflect on the perspective you use that you engage with this experience. Okay, with this persistent block, as it were, and get really in touch with. Is there a way of seeing it differently? Is there a way of altering your deeper understanding of it? And really getting in touch with that perspective, really allowing it to shift you in that sense so that the movement of your point of view can allow yourself to create change. Mutability is also about opening up. And again, look at the branches on a tree. It's about opening up. It's about expanding. It's about breathing outwardly. So this is an opportunity to really get in touch with the deeper parts of yourself and ask yourself where the changes are naturally manifesting in you and feel into the experience. Because with Mars retrograde at the moment, Saturn retrograde at the moment, and of course Pluto retrograde at the moment, there's this natural shifting within ourselves regarding those three planets, okay, those three symbols. So our evolutionary direction, Pluto, the natural way that we perceive reality, Saturn, and the way that we instinctually act to initiate evolution, Mars, are all very, very much about looking at about saying, hey, let's look at reality, let's look at the perspective we're embodying, and then let's shift it. Okay? And so this is what I share with you today. It's the shifting. It's the allowing for openness. Look at things from a different point of view and see and give yourself that flexibility to have a new perspective, give you freshness and a sense of new direction. Okay? Fantastic, everyone. Well, before I let you go today, there are a couple of things that I want to share with you. Don't forget to check out the newsletter that is Raising Vibrations. As you can see on the bottom right-hand side here, in the description below is how you sign up to that. Okay, this gives you all the information that you need. And tonight, which is Saturday, there is a Sun, Moon, and Ascendant teaching. Okay, I'm teaching you about the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. So I'm going to be teaching you in this workshop what is the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, and also working with your chart. So if you're interested in signing up for that, in the description below, under the word workshop, there will be a link for you to sign up for that, okay? And that's a 2-hour workshop where, again, I'll teach you how to understand Sun, Moon, and Ascendant stuff, and I'll work with your chart as well so that you can understand it in your own birth chart, all right? There's limited place available, so if you are watching this and you do want to sign up, I suggest you do it ASAP. And finally, if you like this video, please let me just hit this like and subscribe button, guys. And again, to every single one of you that watches this video, I deeply appreciate your support. And thank you so much for supporting Raising Vibrations in the way that you do, okay? Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.